Doing all right? Well, you're about to be even better because ERIK the Wrench is here. And today we're going to clarify something from the All About International Engines video. I guess we need to know a little bit more about the heads, okay? So there's a whole video of me porting and everything to these heads, all right, during the engine rebuild. It's in part 2. You'll see everything done to the heads, except for a couple tricks which we're going to address on the next builds. And I'm going to explain to you right now. It's simple porting, the Achilles heel, because I'm getting a lot of comments. And I'm going to show you why we have a racing intake and a little problem in the exhaust that we need to overcome. Even though the exhaust is the Hemi, you could see, I'm going to show you. The engineers had a really good idea that was probably worked a lot better in theory than in practice. But we could smooth it over and make it work because these heads are like none other. Let's get into this and let me show you. And I will start by clarifying something in the other video about the dome pistons, because it's all basically about shrouded valves and flowing. All right, and we're going to show you really simple because let's straighten it out. All right, so as I've shown, before I show you the Achilles heel, let me clarify this really quick. What we didn't do in the other video, and this is all you need to know, watch that David Vizard guy, and I'm showing you right now how to apply that to these heads because they're different. They're semi-hemi. Now, all right, these dome pistons, I made some confusion. It's not, and there is confusion out there. It's not that these dome pistons are making more compression. Yes, they come up into the head. They protrude up into the head, but they fill the gap. These have smaller chambers, okay, but they don't come up into the head. What's the deal? There is an old theory and a new theory. The old style, the theory is that we're mixing better. When you the thing we didn't do, we did everything in the video except that makes this like a race car, except unshroud valves, like these areas in here to smooth over so that it could get around and in better, right? Okay? All right. The big pistons are already unshrouded. The domes come up. When the air is being pushed up and trying to force it out the exhaust valve, okay, it could go around it. So you shroud by putting on a gasket, tracing where the cylinder is, and making sure you don't go past, right? More on that in a second. So they're actually claiming, and now when the piston's sucking in, it's coming, you know, past that chamfered surface. See how that's smooth and flows out? Well, you want everything to smooth and flow out. So that's what porting is. Now, here you're going to see that they're claiming this style because it gives more of an even force because the pistons are flat, that it gives a more even force to push the piston back instead of pushing it up against the wall or something. So they're claiming this atomizes the mix better, swirls it better, and they're saying that the better flow you get here is not worth the friction loss of the uneven pulse on the piston. Okay, so we understand, and without the exact details, again, you're gonna have to watch hours and hours of David Vizard's videos before you touch anything other than the head video. The engine rebuild video 1 and 2, I kept it safe, okay? Here's where it gets fun. You can see our intake ports are ridiculous. These are dirty, but you see them cleaned up in the other one. But they're all pretty close to each other and match the intakes pretty close, the manifolds. And look at the bowls. They're really nice and smooth it out flowed. They're just dirty. All right? All right. There's very little you could possibly do to these. Now the exhausts, okay? The exhausts, you can see they could use a little smoothing out. All right, that could be, these are casting marks. This could be chamfered over, and that could be chamfered out and barely opened up. And you saw in the video the huge difference in exhaust ports. Those all could be opened up way bigger. There are huge differences between the castings. Because of our Achilles heel, they didn't focus on that so much. So you almost have intakes that don't need to be touched. This is an exhaust. You almost have intakes that don't need to be touched. So the intakes come flat up and they only lift at 440. All right, so we want to get another 50 thousandths or so out of there, right? Another 60 thousandths is roundish. And these we want to get more lift out as well. And that's easily achievable with the higher lift cam. No big deal. But our big deal is, besides for regular unshrouding, we sort of have to unshroud here as well. Are we seeing, and I made you some visual aids. This is gonna be about a 345 hole here, okay? Oh, no, for here. Now we see, I know I'm not perfectly round, but look what we got going on here. Or, that'll be one of these. There's the piston. Okay? Oh! Excuse me, that hurt. Here's the piston. Look at that, and look at that. Here's our exhaust. So this is flat. We seeing that? That is like that. So instead of putting the gasket, making a circle and unshrouding that a little bit, like is already done in the more modern heads, and they made that an outie instead of an innie to make up for the combustion chamber size, that's on the head side. So when these valves open, and they are a Hemi, so instead of it wanting to force the air straight up against this harsh valve face, it's coming at an angle, and the exhaust valve on a Hemi is also helping the scavenging effect across the two when they're both overlapping, okay? So there's plenty of room to deck these heads, even beyond making up for the gaskets, the new gaskets. There's plenty of room to deck and increase for compression and increase your lift. You got plenty of room without giving the exact numbers at this second. Now here's our problem. So if this is opening up like this, but yet we have this. So the air's got to come while it's on an angle and it's helping get in there. The air, all right, we'll unshroud that, but the air's got to get that area and there's not utilized. So we have to polish all that out, right? We're also going to have to polish out a little bit in here, as much as we, in the ridge area, nowhere near the ring landing, and we need to make it flow in there. So once you see, here's a picture of the open heads. Once you do that, and a little bit of work to that exhaust bowl, these intake ports are very large. Very large. We could make them flow like aftermarket race heads by polishing them up, polishing that out so it's all even flow, and making the valves open more. You will see that we are actually that close to the edges. So you would put your gasket on and you would trace and you would unshroud here, like, which is exposed, so that it doesn't have to hit the flat surface and it could roll over the edge. You're just chamfering the edges, all right? We're just gonna make it flow like it should, okay? But we could see we're edge to edge in that shrouding, so we can't unshroud in that direction anymore. Thank you. Like and subscribe. Now, you have to be able to visual it, and that's going to take you sitting there in a cloud or with some math on a piece of paper. Now, again, if you watch that David Vizard, nobody does international heads, but you're going to take that knowledge and you are going to apply it to our unique style head. I wish he would. Hey, I'll send you my heads as long as you send them back when you're done. So we're going to have to do that, and you're going to have to see, he's going to show you the ways. They're going to learn some unexpected ways that you wouldn't expect it to flow out them chambers, because it's all changing directions, and you got to understand all the velocities and but if you watch what I just shown you and watch his instructionals, you're going to understand what we're doing here. I'm going to prove it on the dyno for you shortly. Yeah! I'm ERIK the Wrench. Like and subscribe.